Happy morning, friends. Wishing you all most and more. I am back again with a new chapter. The chapter name is Comparing Quantities, Compound Interest. So, at first, we shall see what is interest. When you borrow money from someone or we use somebody else's money, we have to pay a service charge to him. It is called as the interest. This amount is paid back to the lender along with the original amount borrowed. This is sometimes known as the cost of money which does not belong to you but you have used it. The extra amount is called as the interest. The original amount borrowed is known as the principal or the capital in different situations. The sum of both principal and the interest is known as the amount or the total amount. So now let's see the types of interest. There are two different types of interest, simple interest and compound interest. We shall see about them in detail. Before seeing that, we shall see how to calculate the interest. To estimate or calculate the interest, we must have the following parameters as input. The rate as known as the rate of interest, RI or ROL, which is expressed in percent per year. A time period expressed in the years or month or days. The principal on which the interest is to be calculated, and finally the type of interest. Methods of calculation are different. For advance, the business applications, the number of times of interest accrual in a year is required. This is known as the compounding. So now let's see what is simple interest. Simple interest is dependent on rate of interest, the time period and the principal. And the principal remains the same at the beginning of all the periods. It means that the accrual of interest is linear. So now let's see about the compound interest. Compound interest is dependent on the rate of interest, time period and principal. And the principal increases by the interest amount at the end of each period. The interest for the next period is calculated on the increased principal. It means that the principal plus interest of one period becomes the principal of the next period. This goes on till the total time period for which the compound interest is calculated. This period is called as the period of compounding or compounding interval. At the end of each such period, the accrued interest is added to the principal and this becomes the principal of the next interval. In some other words, the interest earns the interest. Some call this reinvesting or cumulative. It means that the accrual of the interest is not linear but exponential. The compounding may be yearly, off-yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, continuous, infinitely compounded also. We have formulas to calculate this. Simple interest formula. There is a certain formula to calculate the simple interest. This includes P into R into 3 divided by 100. The SI means simple interest, P means principal, R means the rate of interest in percentage only, keep that in your mind, and the time period is called as the T divided by 100. So now let's see the compound interest formula. When compounded annually, the formula would be amount is equal to principal, open bracket, 1 plus R divided by 100 to the power of the n. It means the time period. The A is called as the amount, P is called as the principal, R is called as the rate of interest in percentage only, and n is called as the time period. When it is compounded off yearly, the formula of finding the amount is equal to principal, open bracket, 1 plus R divided by 200 divided by 2n. So these are the two different formulas. Please keep it in your mind. So here I have given a comparison table between simple interest and compound interest. You can refer this. Okay friends, I hope that you would have understood about the topic very clearly. If there is any doubts, please mention it in the comments below, and also please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you all. See you in another video. Bye bye for now.